Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the new normal class of Mathematics 7. I am your teacher, Romel Palado. Today we will be discussing about the topic, Basic Concepts and Terms in Geometry. This will be the third week of the third quarter. May I present to you first our objectives for today's discussion. At the end of this, you should be able to first, describe the undefined terms. Second, give examples of objects that may be used to represent the undefined terms. Third, name the identified points, lines, and planes in a given figure. Fourth, formulate the definition of parallel lines, intersecting lines, concurrent lines, skew lines, segment, ray, and congruent segments, and lastly, you will be able to perform the set operations on segments and rays. In any mathematical system, definitions are important. Elements and objects must be defined precisely. However, there are some terms or objects that are primitive building blocks of the system and hence cannot be defined independently of other objects. In geometry, there are point, line, plane, and space. There are also relationships like between that are not formally defined but are merely described or illustrated. Geometry, the geometric terms point, line, and plane are all undefined terms and are purely mental concepts or ideas. However, we can use concrete objects around us to represent these ideas. Thus, these undefined terms can only be described. Okay, there are no exact definition between the point, line, and plane. Hence, we can only describe them accordingly. First, we have point. How can we describe a point? A point suggests an exact location in space. A point, it has no dimension. A point, we use a capital letter to name a point. Second, line. A line is a set of points arranged in a row. It is extended endlessly in both directions. A line, it is a one-dimensional figure. Line, 2 points determine a line. That is, 2 distinct points are contained by exactly one line. We use a lowercase letter or any 2 points on the line to name the line. Third, we have a plane. How can we describe a plane? A plane is a set of points in an endless flat surface. How can we determine a plane? First, 3 non-collinear points. When we say non-collinear, these points are not in the same line. Second, 2 intersecting lines. Third, 2 parallel lines. Or, the fourth one, a line and a point not on the line. We use a lowercase letter or 3 points on the plane to name the plane. Now, here's an activity. Objects representing the undefined terms is the title. What you are going to do, these are some of the objects around us that could represent a point or line or plane. Place each object in its corresponding column in the table below. First, blackboard. Second, tip of a needle. Third, wall and ceiling. Fourth, post. 5. Electric wire. 6. Surface of a table. 7. A side wall. 8. Tip of a ball pen. 9. Wall. 10. Pencil. There are 3 columns below. You are going to plot those above given objects in that columns. For example, blackboard. Where does it belong? So a blackboard belongs to plane. Second, tip of a needle. It belongs to a point. Wall and ceiling. It represents a plane. Post. It represents a line. Electric wire. It represents a line. Surface of a table. It represents a plane. A side wall. It represents a line. Tip of a ball pen. It represents a point. A wall represents a plane, and a pencil represents a line. In summary, 2 points determine a line. 3 points not on the same line determine a plane. 2 intersecting lines determine a plane. 2 parallel lines determine a plane. A line and a point not on the same line determine a plane. The three undefined terms in plane geometry are point, line, and plane. Relationships between the above objects are defined and described in the activities that follow. We have the geometric terms in the first column and illustration in the second column. We have collinear points are points on the same line. As you can see in the figure, the points lies on the same line. Second, we have the coplanar points or lines are points or lines on the same plane. So as you can see on the figure, there are also points that lies on the same plane. So the following activity sheet will help us develop the definitions of the other relationships. Other geometric terms on lines refer to the given figure below. We have the given points A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H are corners of a box as shown. It also represents a vertex. Intersecting lines. Lines DH and DC intersect at point D. They are intersecting lines. Lines CG and GF intersect at point G. They are also intersecting lines. Now, there are 3 questions given below. Let's try to answer. What other lines intersect line DH? So, we can also have line HG. Number 2, what other lines intersect with line CG? We can have CD. Number 3, what lines intersect with EF? We can have EH, EA. So that's 1. How about parallel lines? Lines AB and DC are parallel lines. DH and CG are parallel. Now, another 3 questions that need to be answered by us. Number 4, what other lines are parallel to line AB? Line AB has a parallel line of line DC. Or we can have line EF. Number 5, what other lines are parallel to line CG? We can have line DH or line BF. Number 6, what lines are parallel to line AD? We can have line EH. We can also have line BC. Let's proceed with concurrent lines. Lines AD, AB, and AE are concurrent at point A. Lines GH, GF, and GC are concurrent at point G. Now, there are also 3 questions that need to be answered by us. Number 7, name if possible other lines and are concurrent at point A. We can also have DA, DEA, BA. Now, let's proceed with number 8. Name if possible other lines that are concurrent at point G. We have EF, CG, FG rather, then CG. We also have HG. What lines concurrent at point F? We have BF, GF, That's it rather. What do you think are concurrent lines? How would you distinguish concurrent lines from intersecting lines? These are the questions that need to be answered by you. Let's proceed with skew lines. Lines DH and EF are two lines, which are neither intersecting nor parallel. These two lines do not lie on a plane and are called skew lines. Lines AE and GF are also skew lines. Lines DH, CG, HE, and GF are skew to AB. What other lines are skew to DH? We can have C, G, or B, F. What other lines are skew to EF? We have D, C. What lines are skew to BF? We have D, H. Let's proceed with a summary. Two lines are intersecting if they have a common point. Three or more lines are concurrent if they all intersect at only one point. Parallel lines are coplanar lines that do not meet. Skew lines are lines that do not lie on the same plane. Now, you can define the terms in geometry. The following are the skew lines, parallel lines, concurrent lines, and intersect lines. Subsets of lines. The line segment and the ray are some of the subsets of a line. A segment has two endpoints, while a ray has only one endpoint and is extended endlessly in one direction. The worksheets below will help you formulate the definitions of segments and rays. Definition of a line segment. We can have a point A, B, C, D, or a line segment A, D. AD is a line segment. The points A, B, C, and D are on line segment AD. In notation, we write line segment AD or simply AD. We can also name it as line segment DA or DA. FH is a segment. The points F, G, H are on line segment FH. The points EI and J are not on line segment FH. In notation, we write line segment FH. We can also name it as HF. Another example, we have the points A to V. The points E, F, G, and J are on line segment EQ because it belongs to line segment EQ. The points E, F, G, J lies on the same line segment EQ or EQ rather. The points C, D, T, and U are not on line segment EQ. Now, try to answer the following. Name other points which are on line segment EQ. Okay, we can have the points F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, and P. Number 2. Name other points which are not on line segment EQ. We have A, B, C, D, and R, S, T, U, and V. The line segments A line segment is part of a line that has two endpoints. We defined a line segment as a subset of line consisting of the points A and B, and all the points between them if the line to which a line segment belongs is given a scale so that it turns into the real line. Then the length of the segment can be determined by getting the distance between its endpoints. We have the congruent segments. Given the points on the number line A, B, C, D, E, F, G, there are numbers below that point that represents the distance of its points. Now, let's try to answer. Determine the length of the following. What is the length of a line segment AB? So that is 4. How about DE? So that is 3. How about BD? BD, that is 2. DF, 1, 2, 3, 4. So DF is 4. How about AC? AC, that is 5. DC, that is 1. BE, that is 5. CG, that is 6. Now, let's try another one. The following segments are congruent: AB and DE, BD and EG, AC and DG, BE and CG. Why do you think so? It is because they have the same length. For number 3, the following pairs of segments are not congruent: AB and CF, BD and AE, AC and BF, BG and AD. It is because they don't have the same length. The ray. A ray is also part of a line but has only one endpoint and extends endlessly in one direction. We name a ray by its endpoint and one of its points. We always start on the endpoint. The figure is ray AB, or we can also name it as a ray AC. It is not correct to name it as ray BA or ray CA. In notation, we write AB or AC. We are going to start with the endpoints. The points ABC are on ray AC. However, referring to another ray BC and point A is not on ray BC because A is on the left side of BC. It does not lie between the ray BC. Encircle the correct answer. It suggests the exact location in space. A. Points. B. Lines. C. Planes. D. All of the above. The correct answer is points. Number 2. It is a set of points arranged in a row. A. Points. B. Lines. C. Planes. D. All of the above. The answer is letter B. Lines. It is a set of points in and endlessly in both directions. A. Points. B. Lines. C. Planes. D. All of the above. The answer is C. Planes. Number 4. These are points on the same line. A. Collinear points. B. Coplanar lines. C. Coplanar points. D. All of the above. The answer is letter A. Collinear points. These are points on the same plane. Look at this one. Points on the same plane. We are talking about points. So the answer is letter C. Coplanar points. Next number. What do you call the two lines of a common point? A. Intersecting lines. B. Parallel lines. C. Concurrent lines. D. Skew lines. The answer is letter A. Because intersecting lines shares a common point. Number 7. It is a part of a line that has 2 points. A. Ray. B. Line segment. C. Skew line. D. All of the above. The answer is letter B. Line segment is composed of 2 endpoints. Number 8. It is also part of the line but has one endpoint and extends endlessly in one direction. A. Ray. B. Line segment. C. Skew line. D. All of the above. The answer is letter A. It is a ray. A ray is composed of one endpoint and extends in one direction. Let's proceed with number 9. It is a line that do not lie on the same plane. A. Ray. B. Line segment. C. Skew line. D. All of the above. The answer is letter C. Skew line. Last number. The following are the undefined terms in geometry except A. Points. B. Lines. C. Planes. D. Ray. The answer is letter D, ray. Thank you for listening, everyone. Just log on to our e-learning site and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Global Academy Institute of Technology Foundation Incorporated. Just simply like and share the videos to your classmates. If you want to attend our asynchronous learning or asynchronous class, just visit our Facebook, GATF Grade 7. If you have any queries or clarifications, suggestions regarding our topic today, you may contact me to my cell phone number 0930-680-829. Again, you may contact me to my cell phone number 0930-680-829. This is your teacher, Romel Palado. Have a safe day, everyone.